Can I have the aides please come up?
Class? Hi, I'm Mrs. Moorhead. We are the Princeton School instructional aides and noon duty aides. We help your teachers teach you. We teach you ourselves. We deal with behavior and we deal with learning. It's a great privilege to do this job. We have Mrs. Cantu. Okay. We have Mrs. Aguilar. We have Mrs. Mendoza. We have Mrs. Guerra. We have Mrs. Garcia. Miss Garcia, I'm sorry. We have Mrs. Racino. We have Mrs. Magayon. I'm sorry. We have Miss Rodriguez. And we have Miss Cavazos. We're putting name tags and whistles in the time machine, in the time capsule. These represent our devotion to our children, both behaviorally, with the whistles, and personally with the name tags. It's a great privilege to be here. Thank you.
Okay, I'd like to now introduce Mr. Boomer Rivera from the resource room.
Good morning, boys and girls. Good morning. When I say go, you say Dodgers, go! Yeah! I had to put that in, thank you very much. I've been here for 24 years. Over the years, I've always wondered how we ended up in the first yearbook. Mr. McDonald and I are talking over there somewhere in the picture in the yearbook, and I don't know how I'm in that picture because I wasn't here. I mean, I think I was at Valle Vista? It was at Valle Vista, but for some reason, I appear in the first yearbook. Anyways, in the resource room, how many of you have been in the resource room? Raise your hand. Yes, you know, a lot of things go on in there. I know many of you go in there because you want a cookie from Mr. Rivera, right? We do many things in the resource room, and we're proud of a lot of the things that we do. Not all of them, but most of the things that we do, we're really proud of what we do. One thing that we do, by the way, yes, I'm just part of the team. Laura's hiding back here. There are two of us, Laura. There we go. Let's give Laura a big round of applause. Two things that we're really proud of, and number one is that we always tell everyone that the greatest team on earth is the Dodgers. So, one of the things that we're going to put in the time capsule are baseball cards. Two of the greatest Dodgers of all time. We have a sliver of Jackie Robinson's bat, and we have Sandy Koufax rookie card. They're going to go into the time capsule. And another thing that we are very happy to do is we like to feed our teachers. And boys and girls, the teachers at Princeton love Oreos. So guess what we have? We have an Oreo that we're going to put in the time capsule. So hopefully in 25 years we see you here, okay? Thanks, boys and girls.
Thank you. Now, I'm the student council advisor for the Princeton Knights of the Round Table, and there are two things that are going to go into the time capsule. One is the very first Princeton yearbook. And just so you know, Back then, we had to glue the pictures in, thumb pictures, all individually. We had to cut out pictures. We used rubber cement, even though we weren't supposed to, but it was the only thing to make the pictures stick. Anyways, this is going into the time capsule, the very first yearbook. And Mr. Reese mentioned the time capsule and how everything was mushy and rotted, but Mrs. Gonzales sealed those comics. So one of them, well, several of them made it and are undamaged. So I'm putting this one in from 25 years ago. It's Supergirl. So when it comes out, this comic is going to be 50 years old. Thank you. Okay, now I'd like to introduce Mr. Herrera for administration.
I just went into the office right now and I changed my mind what I want to put in there. I just thought it was going to be way better. Okay, to represent the office of Mr. Reese and I, we have our 25th anniversary t-shirt we'll be putting into the time capsule, which was designed by Miss Laura Montes. I'm pretty sure I helped her. I don't think so. And then our night pennant from this year as well will be going in the time capsule. I could say so much about this school. I am so in love with everything about this school, the children, the students, the teachers, everything. But I'm gonna put in for myself a picture of my front office staff, my D and my Miss Amelia. I love you girls. This is going into the time capsule. And last but not least, I brought purple helmets to Princeton for safety, so I'm putting in our purple helmet.
At this time, we're going to have the band play a very special song. Since it's Princeton's 25th year, let's see if you recognize it. "25 years ago in 1993, we were supposed to be a high-tech school. Every classroom had a television and a telephone. We could play videos from a video cassette player, but it had to be from the resource room. We could control it by dialing a couple of numbers, certain numbers on the phone, or we called the resource room and told whoever answered just to push the button for us. And if that didn't work, we ran to the resource room to hit play. So as the years passed, we went from VHS to DVDs to flash drives, and now if we need to watch something for a lesson, we simply go to an educational website and the lesson would begin in just a few seconds. We were a very involved school. The teachers made sure that the children at Princeton did their learning, and we made sure that they had fun too. We used to reward the students with soccer and basketball tournaments, where dozens of kids would be playing out on the big field or on the basketball courts. What was wonderful was the teachers all volunteered to referee and play a game of soccer or basketball at the very end to entertain the kids. We had sand building contests for younger children, complete with sand buckets and shovels, and it was adorable to watch them build them. Some castles looked like big mountains, but they were very proud of it. I do remember the first year, we did have only one reading book and one math book, and that was it. No workbooks. I remember especially the math book. Back then, the math books had 30 or 40 problems, and the kids had to write every single problem and every single answer. Thank goodness for workbooks now. And now we have not only reading books and math books, but social studies books and science books and English books for several years, and we also have ELD books. When it came to writing, paper and pencil has always been the norm for many of us during the last 25 years. But now, correct me, teachers, we can go to Google Docs, the students can type out their assignments, and the teacher can read and evaluate their work on the computer. So children now don't even use lined paper for many assignments. Talk about saving trees. But I guess for me, this is my last year as old school. I always liked paper and pencil because I love getting my students' papers and reading their work in their own handwriting. Each child's personality is in the way they write. I could go on talking about Princeton, but we're going to go ahead and finish. Okay, here's Mr. Herrera.
Let's give her a hand clap. I want to thank Miss Arleen Villaruz-Gonzales. She put this event together today. The whole 25-year events throughout the whole year. She has worked tirelessly and hard, supported by, of course, the people here at Princeton, but she has been the leader of it all. And Arleen, I thank you very much for everything you've done for our school this year especially. Yes, yes. And if you're a part of the 25th year anniversary committee, please stand. She would like you to stand so you can get recognition. Teachers, there we go. See them. As I do my closing remarks, I want my ASB team to come up and help me. Alpha, Nevaeh, Sarah, Evelyn, Espen, and Itzel. Can you join the capsule right here in front table, please? And behind them are distinguished guests. As they get behind the tab capsule, can you stand behind them as well? Distinguished guests. Go right there in front. Arleen, join them. Going right behind the time capsule, girls. And Alpha and Espen, right there, perfect. On behalf of Mr. Reese and myself, I want to thank you all for being part of our time capsule ceremony today. I anticipate another 25 years of learning, wonderful memories, and special friendships as we hope to be back in 2043 to celebrate Princeton Street School's 50th year anniversary. You all will be here. Some of you will be teachers here in 25 years. Students, you will be teachers here. Thank you all for being here today. And let's have a wonderful rest of the year. Can I have my student council close the time capsule, please? Everybody grab a piece and close the time capsule. You will not see the contents again for 25 years. Alrighty. Students, look to your teachers. Do not move until they ask you to. You are dismissed.
So I'm just going to take my... these are probably yours. Mike, stand up.